Okay, we are returning to the dais. We had our executive session. No decisions were made on anything. We had no voting. And so executive session is over. I will now open the regular meeting for our school board. So we'll do a call to order again with Laura Lee, please calling the roll.
Stu Boyd.
Here.
Denise Chapman.
Here.
Amy Doran.
Here.
Don Kirk.
Here.
Barbara Cruz.
Here.
Alexander Lessem.
Here.
Nancy Rumpel.
Here.
Thank you, Laura Lee. And Nancy, would you please lead us in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Stu, the mission statement, please.
Yes, the Thompson School District will be a school district that empowers, challenges, and inspires students, faculty, staff, parents, school leaders, and community members to learn, achieve, and excel.
Thank you. Our first item on our agenda is to adopt the agenda for today, August 20th. So are there any changes to the agenda for today, August 20th?
I would like to move the consent agenda for Joanna Johnson case versus Thompson to discussion action.
Okay. Is there a second for that, doing it that way, or?
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. So we'll have one change then on our agenda, and Laura Lee will make note of that for us. Thank you. We aren't
don't
having
need
any
a vote?
discussion right now.
We don't need a vote on that?
No, I don't think so. We don't need a vote on that, do we?
Yes, you'll need to
Okay.
vote to adopt the agenda.
Oh, that's right, we do have to adopt the agenda. All right. We have an amendment to our agenda, but I do need a motion to adopt it now.
I'll move.
Anybody?
I'll move.
Okay, is there a second?
Second. I thought
Thank
we
you.
already did that, but okay.
Laura Lee, please call the roll.
Stu Boyd.
Aye.
Denise Chapman.
Aye.
Amy Doran.
Aye.
Don Kirk.
Aye.
Barbara Cruz.
Aye.
Alexander Lessem.
Aye.
Nancy Rumpel.
Aye.
Okay, so the agenda has been adopted. Approval of the minutes would be our next item, and we have approval of four, I think, minutes. First one is the approval of the minutes from our regular meeting that was in June 2025. It was June 18th. Does anybody have any changes or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, I will take a motion to approve it.
So move.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. So it was Stu and Don. All right. Laura Lee, please call the roll.
Stu Boyd.
Aye.
Denise Chapman.
Aye.
Amy Doran.
Aye.
Don Kirk.
Aye.
Barbara Cruz.
Aye.
Alexander Lessem.
Aye.
Nancy Rumpel.
Aye.
All right. The next one is the approval of our minutes from August 5th, 2025, which was our retreat. Does anybody have any changes or corrections to the minutes of our retreat? Hearing none, I will take a motion to approve the minutes for.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. That was Denise and Dawn, I believe. All right, Laura Lee, please call the roll.
Stu Boyd.
Aye.
Denise Chapman.
Aye.
Amy Doran.
Aye.
Don Kirk.
Aye.
Barbara Cruz.
Aye.
Alexander Lessem.
Aye.
Nancy Rumpel.
Aye.
All right, our next item then is the approval of the minutes for August 6th, which was our special meeting that we held before our study session. Are there any changes or corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, I'll take a motion for the minutes of August 6th for our study session, our special session.
So moved.
Second.
So Stu and Don. Laura Lee, please call the roll.
Stu Boyd,
Aye.
Denise Chapman,
Aye.
Amy Doran, Don Kirk,
Aye.
Barbara Cruz,
Aye.
Alexander Lessem,
Aye.
Nancy Rumpel.
Aye.
And our last one would be for our study session that same night, August 6th, 2025. Any changes to those minutes? Hearing none, I'll take a motion.
So moved. Second.
That was Denise and Don. Okay, Laura Lee, please call the roll.
Stu Boyd,
Aye.
Denise Chapman,
Aye.
Amy Doran,
Aye.
Don Kirk,
Aye.
Barbara Cruz,
Aye.
Alexander Lessem,
Aye.
Nancy Rumpel.
Aye.
All right, we will, thank you, everybody, for getting that part of it done. The next item is our public participation, and I'll turn it over to Dr. Heller for his first report for us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Welcome to the 2025-26 school year. We're excited to see the return of our students to our campuses. As part of our preparation for this year, our professional development department, along with many team members across the district, organized a number of group and individual activities to help our staff get settled in. These included a red carpet ceremony at Mountain View High School, and also a full-on district staff event that was hosted at Ray Patterson Stadium. Following those PD sessions, the doors to our campus officially opened to our students. As you all know, the opening days of our school are marked with lots of excitement, anticipation, and plenty of energy. Lots of photos have been taken over the first few days, and so please check out all the Facebook accounts to see all the great things that are happening on those school campuses. This week, I wrapped up a series of meet and greet events across our district, which provided me an opportunity to visit with and get to know lots of different individuals in the Thompson community. I look forward to more of those events as we move forward in the district. I also want to announce how proud we are of Namaqua Elementary for being once again celebrated as being one of the America's healthiest schools by the Alliance for a Healthier Generation. This is the third year in a row for Namaqua community. This year, they're the only school in Colorado to earn the 2025 All-Star Award for achieving excellence in all 9 areas of school health. I also need to provide a huge congratulations to Loveland High School junior Caleb Waldron, who's in the audience tonight. I think many of you know that Caleb won the national championship in speech and debate this summer in Des Moines, Iowa. He won the big questions category. He competed at the state competition this spring and then qualified to appear on the national stage along with teammates from Loveland High. In Iowa, at the national meet, he competed in 11 rounds against over 160 debaters from across the country. Caleb is the first speech and debate national champion in Loveland High School history. I'll just add on a personal note that I had a chance to spend some time with Caleb at the meet and greet event at Loveland High School. He asked the best questions of the night every time. So impressed with the quality of the questions that he asked. Certainly it was a highlight of the event. I want to take a second to introduce Caleb as well as his coach, who are both in attendance today. And Caleb, I don't know, do you want to say anything? Would you like to say a few words? I mean, you like to speak. Would you like to say a few words? Okay. Would you like to come up to the podium for us? Yeah,
Speak into the mic. So, I'm Caleb, obviously, as I was just introduced. So, I got the wonderful opportunity of going to nationals with my team this summer, and I got to win over 11 rounds, as Tyler said. And it was a great opportunity for me, and I think speech and debate is a great opportunity for all the students participating. It was great just to see the different mentorship that I got there, because I had different alumni. One of the alumni from our team was personally coaching me throughout every single round, and then I also got to connect with people from different states and across my community, and it was just really great to see that entire community come together. And it was also wonderful to speak and to argue with people, because I So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Thank you, Caleb.
We generally like to have a picture with our
Okay,
winners.
all right.
And so we're going to step down. I want you to come on back up with your award, so
Yeah.
you can have that, and we'll have a picture with you,
Yep.
okay?
He won me a plaque as well. We've had a second place, I didn't get one of these.
All right, all ready? On, 1, 2, 3. If you can look right here for me, please. Okay, on 3, 1, 2. Good, thank you.
I do also believe that Caleb is going to be serving on the Superintendent Advisory Council this year with me, so I believe I have my work cut out for me. Hopefully, got to prepare for my arguments when we're in the same room.
Bye-bye, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Caleb. As part of my report, while I have the opportunity, I do want to take a second and address the recent decision to implement early release on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. I'm going to start by saying, I think most people know this, there's not a single perfect solution to the heat challenges that our district faces. Currently, half of our schools have air conditioning while half do not. The estimated cost as of right now to equip all of our schools with full adequate air conditioning is approximately $140 million. This $140 million price tag is just a portion of what we currently list as about a $700 million need in terms of critical infrastructure and facility needs across our district. So with that, we made the decision on Tuesday to move to early release for Wednesday and Thursday. Based on a bunch of factors, we talked a lot in the cabinet about this issue. First, the outside temperatures for both today and for tomorrow, we're going to forecast it to exceed 95 degrees for both days, with the heat risk index moving into the red category on Thursday for a large portion of the district. And what the other thing we also were using was an observation of the cumulative effect we were seeing of the heat in our buildings for students and for staff. While our operations team every night does a nice job of trying to get as much of the hot air pulled out of the building and recycled with cool outdoor air, it was just not cooling the buildings down enough. We were seeing classrooms averaging above 86 degrees, and some of them were getting into the 90s. So in the days leading up to this decision, for me as a new superintendent in a role where I've never worked in a place that didn't have air conditioning in some of the buildings, I spent a number of days, all the first few days of school, spending time in each of our buildings, but especially in those schools that don't have air conditioning, so I could see for myself just the impact it was having on students and staff. And clearly not conducive to learning, but we were starting to feel like it was bordering on potentially even unsafe conditions for some portions of our buildings. Another, obviously many people know that a challenge that we face as a district is we do not have the ability within our current bus transportation system to only go early release for our schools who don't have air conditioning and allow ours who do have air conditioning to stay in session. That's not an option that we currently have within our staffing of our busing. So that doesn't allow us to do what a lot of people are saying, which is, why are you sending home the kids in perfectly air-conditioned buildings? We're frustrated by that challenge as well. It's also not lost on us that the impact that this type of a change has on our working families, especially for those who have younger children. We understand that it creates burdens. We understand it's not something that is easy for you to navigate, and we didn't take that lightly as well. We really spent a lot of time talking about how to work through that. The other question, and if I go down the social media rabbit hole, which I try not to, is I hear a lot of people suggesting that the simple solution is just for us and any school district facing this issue to start school after Labor Day. That's the common thing that I hear. And I'll be honest, initially, when I first was trying to figure this out, I had a very similar, like, why are we doing this? Why are we starting so early? This seems crazy. However, one of the things I really started to identify as I've done my research around Colorado is one of the biggest challenges for a district starting after Labor Day is the state will not change their testing window for standardized testing. So our students who take all the tests that they are required to take in the state of Colorado would be, if we were to move our start date to after Labor Day, disadvantaged by at least 20 instructional days in terms of the lost instruction before they're expected to take these tests that, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on your opinion, we are judged upon, our performance framework is built upon. And so the other challenge with that is things like AP tests. That window is very locked in and defined by College Board. PSAT, SAT, those are locked in by College Board. Our students would have far less instructional time prior to taking those assessments. I have reached out to Colorado Department of Education to see if they have any willingness to maybe consider a change in that policy and maybe having a second window for schools who open later. We'll see if I get any traction with that. One of the other things I'll just say is that we also as a team committed to the fact that in the future, if and when we have to do something like this, we know that the earlier we make the announcement, the better it is for our families, and we will commit to making that announcement as early as we possibly can. So now I'm going to move to something much more fun, which is introducing some new school and district leaders who are joining us either in Thompson for the first time or in a new role for Thompson School District. So I'm going to start calling some individuals by name, read a short little blurb about them. We're going to ask each of those folks to come to the podium when it's their turn so they have a chance to talk to the board a little bit as well. So I'm going to start off with Jeanette Ryan, who is our new principal at Lucille Irwin Middle School. I'll say a few words, Jeanette, and then you can speak. Mrs. Ryan served as an assistant principal at Loveland High, a role she had held for 6 years. Her career in education also includes experience as an English instructor, a STEM coordinator, and an instructional coach. Jeanette earned a Bachelor's of Arts degree in secondary education from the University of Arizona. She also holds a master's degree in curriculum and instruction from the University of Colorado, Denver. Jeanette?
Thank you. Good evening, Madam President, members of the board, and Dr. Heller. It is an honor and a privilege to serve in this role at Lucille Irwin Middle School. I thank you very much for being here tonight. We are off to a fabulous start, and I appreciate all of your support moving forward. Thank you.
Jeanette has the honor or privilege of being the principal for my 8th grade daughter, so I apologize in advance, Jeanette. Next on the list is Jamie Zaparo, principal of BF Kitchen Elementary School. Ms. Zaparo served as an assistant principal at Twombly Elementary School in the Weld RE8 School District in Fort Lupton, a role she also held in the district at Butler Elementary School. Prior to her work in Weld RE8, she worked as an exceptional student services coordinator in the Thompson School District. Her career experience also includes service as a special education teacher and coordinator. Ms. Zaparo earned a Bachelor of Arts in American Sign Language from the University of Rochester in New York. She also holds a master's degree in elementary and special education from Nazareth College, as well as a master's degree in educational leadership and policy studies from the University of Texas in Arlington.
Thank you. Good evening, Madam President, members of the board, and Dr. Heller. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be the principal at BF Kitchen Elementary. It's a unique experience to have my own child in my school, and so that has been super exciting, a little nerve-wracking at first, but it's been awesome to be able to get a hug from your own kiddo in the middle of the day. I think I've gotten more at school than I do at home, which is awesome, but it's been so amazing to be able to share that love with all the students in the school and really bring the community together and work together for all our kiddos because they all deserve the best every day. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the list, and I don't know that Vivian's here tonight, I don't believe so. Vivian Pankow is our interim principal of Peakview Academy at Conrad Ball. Vivian served as the assistant principal at Peakview, a role she's held since July 2023. Her career also includes experience as a teacher, educational technology coach, academic and behavioral interventionist, and as interim principal at Mary Blair. We'll make sure that we can invite her to a future board meeting where we can all clap for her. But Vivian, we're excited to have her in that role over at Conrad Ball, Peakview Academy. Next on our list, who is in the audience tonight, is Michaela Bradshaw, new principal of Winona Elementary School. Ms. Bradshaw served as the head principal at Johnson Junior High School in Cheyenne, Wyoming, a position that she has held for 2 years. Her career in education also includes experience as both an associate principal and assistant principal. Ms. Bradshaw earned a Bachelor of Arts in Education from the University of Nebraska and a master's degree in educational leadership from Western Governors University. Michaela.
Thank you. Hello, Madam President, members of the board, Dr. Haller. It has been such a pleasure. I started just over 2 weeks ago, and I have never felt so welcomed, so supported, not just from my staff, which is amazing. I'm the luckiest leader already, I know that, but also from the district personnel as well. So I am so happy to be here, and I thank every one of you for doing what you do for kids.
Thank you. Okay, next up, Carmen Polka, Executive Director of Elementary Schools. Yes, Carmen, you have to come up too. So since 2017, Carmen has served as the principal of Centennial Elementary School. She has dedicated her career in education to serving the Thompson School District and community. Over the years, Dr. Polka's teaching experience has included kindergarten, special education, and gifted education. Dr. Polka has also had additional leadership roles as a district elementary literacy coach and as a teacher on special assignment, focusing on critical thinking for the early childhood through 12th grade system.
Okay. Good evening, Madam President, members of the board, Dr. Heller, cabinet, and community. I am really thrilled, actually, to be in this, this new position. I am deeply rooted in the Thompson School District, as I am a product of the Thompson School District. I'm an alumni of actually Centennial Elementary, where I got to be the principal at, which was really cool. I'm an alumni of Bill Reed, and I'm an alumni of Loveland High School. And not only that, but my grandmother was a teacher at Winona. My mother-in-law was an educator in our district for a very long time, ended her career at Winona also. We crossed paths, but then she went and I stayed. It's just really exciting, and it really means a lot personally and professionally to be able to be in this role and really get to give back and serve in this new capacity for students first and foremost, but for our staff and then extended community that we hope are truly invested in Thompson School District. So thank you again, board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not finished. We've been busy. Brandy Greaves, who's also not in attendance tonight, literally just barely got this job, and she's still serving 2 roles, really, as she's now moving into our new role. Her new role as Executive Director of Secondary Schools. Brandy's not here tonight because, again, she's serving 2 roles. Since 2017, Ms. Greaves has served as the principal of Turner Middle School in Berthoud. Prior to that, she worked as the principal of Groveport Madison Middle School in Columbus, Ohio. Her career highlights also include service as a middle school language arts instructor, a high school English teacher, and as a high school assistant principal. And I believe we are to our final one, which is Tiffany Rogers, new Chief Human Resources Officer. Mrs. Rogers most recently served as the Director of People Strategy and Services for David C. Cook in Loveland. Among her career highlights, she also has extensive years of human resources experience from her work at Group Publishing in Loveland, where she served in several roles, including Staffing and Benefits Supervisor, Human Resources Manager, Director of Human Resources, and Director of Staff Services. Tiffany.
Hi, thank you. I'm so excited to be here. Good evening, Madam President, board members, and Dr. Heller. I'm very excited to join the Thompson School District team. I am actually, my children went through K through 12 with the Thompson School District. I had a little break in 24 when my son graduated, but I'm excited to come and serve in this role, and really excited to be able to serve the staff, the students, the families, and the community of the Thompson School District. So thank you so much for your support, and I'm excited to serve.
Thank you. If you will, one last time, just please join me in congratulating each of these leaders and welcome them to their new roles. That's all of my report for this evening, other than to say I'm looking forward to my first corn roast parade on Saturday, and don't really know what to expect, but I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Wear your tennis shoes. All right, we'll move into our board committee reports. I asked the board as we were starting out a new year to share something that they've done and participated in as the school year's gotten underway. They could also share about a committee that they have, that they're part of as well. So I'm going to start with Denise, and we'll just kind of work this way.
So I was able to attend the welcome. Oh, thank you. Attended the welcome back celebration where all the teachers throughout the district packed the stadium, and sitting there watching the energy in the crowd was just, it was really exciting. I mean, you could just feel the excitement and the beach balls to keep everyone engaged, and feeling the excitement about the new school year from the teachers and being back with their teammates was a really neat thing to watch.
Alexandra?
I have not, unfortunately, been able to attend any of the back-to-school events. My child played in the band at the back-to-school event at Ray Pat and said it was great. So I've heard good things about that. I think people are excited about beginning the year. I think excited about having Dr. Heller here with us and really having, I think we're looking forward to a good year. So.
I haven't been able to, like Alexander, do a lot of things. And so I thought what I would share is I had to travel to Oklahoma last week. And so I was reading this book, and it's called Start With Why by Simon Sinek. And it's just really good. And I thought it had a really good, lot of good stuff for the start of a school year. And so I'm just going to read like a couple things that he had from it. He talks a lot about the golden circle, which is why we do what we do, purpose, cause, belief. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. What we do is the tangible proof of our why, and then how we do what we do. When the circle's in balance, trust is built and value is perceived. And so I would challenge all of us as we're starting this new year to really think about what is the why of Thompson School District. Many feel like our golden circle is out of balance. So what can we do to get it back in balance? Because again, that's when trust is built, value is perceived. When we're clear about our why and our what supports that, meaning our budget, our academic results, all these things, then we wouldn't need to work so hard convincing taxpayers of our value. And again, it's a basic human need, he talks a lot about this, to feel like you belong, because when we do, we feel connected, respected, because we share the same values and beliefs. So it just had me wondering, is the problem that education is creating values and beliefs that aren't universal to the community to serve? Is that why there's this sometimes the belonging, we can't seem to get it going? So again, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. We try to do all things, be all things, which may grow our influence and bring us more money, but has the cost of that been our why? So I just leave this with something to ponder for us all this year, to start off with thinking about what's our why for the Thompson School District? Like, why are we here? And you should also buy this book. It's really good.
Okay, I'm going to jump over to Stu.
Okay. Before I actually give my report in terms of something that I've done, tomorrow the special session of the Colorado Legislature begins. It's very important for really everyone in Colorado. I've had contact with one of our legislators who said that reduction in funding for public education will not be on the table. I hope she's right. I know that Mr. Ebersol will be following this very closely. I will as well, to see in the few days that the special session will actually occur, what changes, what reductions they make, because they have about an $800 billion shortfall that they need to take care of. So kind of a heads up to everybody. While you're watching the news, see what the Colorado legislature will do to be able to reduce spending. Now, my actual report, I'm going to key off a little bit of what Denise said, and I'll be very quick. In doing this, I also attended the kickoff for the entire staff, and it's been a long time since I've been to an event that was as highly entertaining, that was productive, it was informative, but what I really want to focus on for just a minute is the sense of community that I think this particular event engendered. Part of it was enhanced by Dr. Heller when he had the various school communities stand up and cheer. This was held in the stadium at Thompson Valley High School. At the end of the common session, the group session, the teachers in particular, and by the way, for the entire session that was on the football field, it wasn't just teachers and administrators. There were staff members from all different categories who are so important in the Thompson School District. So it was just very heartening when the event concluded to hear that the elementary teachers were going back to their schools to receive additional training and learn more about increasing belonging for elementary students. And the middle school students and high school students went into Thompson Valley High School, where they met in groups and also dealt with this very important subject. So I'm sorry that Keely Guerin, our Director of Professional Development, isn't here, because I'd like to give her a personal shout out. I sent her an email. She put together a very well done and a very important beginning activity in order to enhance community in the Thompson School District.
Amy?
I, too, am going to talk about community and belonging. It's just so important, and I don't have one event to share about, but just we'll touch on a few different things. I attended the PIE meeting, so the Early Childhood Family Partnership meeting. I'm the board liaison for that, and just the sense of that community there. Just to highlight the Head Start program there, they were talking about how there is a person on their Head Start board now who actually grew up in Head Start. So they were a Head Start student and they grew up, and now they are, so just, that sense of belonging and that community. I was over at LEMS, Lucille Irwin Middle School, for their back to school night, and Jeanette Ryan was just sharing about how these sixth graders coming in as new middle schoolers, she is new to that community, and just how the community there has been so welcoming to her. And so, just that connection that she built. They had llamas there last night and food, and just a good sense of energy there in that building, and just how, everybody was feeling welcomed and belonging. And then expanding our dual language program. We're starting in preschool now. That's so exciting. We have our very first integrated dual language preschool. So that's just so exciting. My belief is that sense of community and belonging needs to occur for families, for students, for teachers before any learning, and academic growth can happen. So I just really wanted to focus on our successes at building that sense of community for everybody. So that's been sort of my highlight this week as everybody's getting back to school. So thanks.
So I have two. One is that we had our board retreat, which is kind of the hint for me over the last several years that back to school is happening. There's this magical time in July where I forget everything about everything for a little while, and then I go, oh yeah, we do this, and it's a nice way to get kind of restarted and spend some time together. And so we had a chance to talk about our priorities and dig deep into some of the things that we maybe touched on 400 times last year, but never really was able to get into the way we needed to. So that was really a great time. And then the other thing for me is that this year was our last first day of school after 23 years. So as I randomly cry for the rest of the year, you'll know why, because it's a big moment to kind of watch all of this come to an end and get to celebrate it with the last senior year.
Thank you. I'm going to just share a little bit about the welcome that we did for the new teachers, and I don't think anybody mentioned that. It's on? Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't see it. We always do a red carpet welcome at Mountain View, and we roll out a red carpet, and as the new teachers start to arrive, we have gathered on the sides of the carpet, and they have to walk through that intimidating round of people clapping and screaming and yelling and welcoming them. Then we move into Mountain View, and they are presented with a different level of program, with different welcomings from different people in our building, in our district. So just to really letting them know they belong with the district, and that was kind of a highlight. Of course, there's been so many things that I always have to check my calendar in the morning to see what I'm supposed to do that day, because there's just a lot. So I'm kind of happy that school is kind of settled in now, and I don't have to worry quite so much. All right, we will move into public comment, and we are doing something a little different. Did you know that?
Yeah,
Okay,
I did.
good.
Yes.
So you can talk about it then.
So two things. One is that our new process is that we're going to try a new timer that will actually show up on your screen. And so instead of the lights up here, you'll have the information right in front of you. Laura Lee is showing it right now. When you have 30 seconds left, it's going to get big on you. And at the end of 3 minutes, Laura Lee is going to let you know that your time is up. We also were expecting to have a student this evening, but I'm not sure that I have any students marked on the list. Is there any student who signed up to speak? Okay. We just let our students go first, so I had to check in. Without any further ado then, let's invite up Deborah Sprague.
But I'm not following the debate and speech champion. I did not do that in school. Hope that you can hear me okay. Hello and good evening, board, community members, and Superintendent Dr. Heller, and welcome to Loveland, too. My name is Deborah Sprague. I actually go by Deb. I live in Loveland and have been a Colorado resident since 2013. I speak tonight as an advocate for public schools, a licensed professional counselor with over 30 years of experience, and as a concerned grandmother and great-grandmother. I want our schools to be welcoming to all students, especially LGBTQ plus youth, who often face misinformation, stereotyping, and prejudice. In preparing to speak tonight, I consulted with my 17-year-old granddaughter. She lives in Nebraska, she's an honor roll student, and she's faced a pretty difficult home life. School became her sanctuary, a place where she was seen, welcomed, and honored. She now identifies as bisexual and continues to grow into herself, just as she should. Her journey is a testament to the power of inclusion, education, and the importance of safe spaces for all students. I asked my granddaughter if she would provide me with 3 things that a school could provide to ensure a safe and supportive environment for all students, especially those identifying as transgender. She talked to her community and shared the following. Number 1, privacy and safety in restrooms and changing areas. All students, faculty, and guests deserve that. These are basic needs that must be met to ensure dignity and comfort. Use of preferred names. A name reflects identity and personal growth. In Nebraska, Teachers creatively use nicknames to honor students despite restrictive policies. Respecting a student's chosen name fosters inclusion and affirmation. I spelled my own name at least 4 times when I was going through school. Access to counseling. Mental health support is essential. Schools must ensure counselors are available to all students, either directly or through partnerships with community organizations. This is a vital prevention strategy that benefits everyone. I understand that the topic of transgender students can be confusing or challenging for some, but learning and growing through new perspectives is not new. We can be more accepting and find kindness where confusion begins. Our children can be our teachers. We aren't born into judgment. We learn it through prejudice, misinformation, and ignorance. I urge everyone here to be a light for our children, support safe and compassionate learning environments by opening doors, not closing them. Let our public schools be places of learning and acceptance for all. I thank you for your time.
Angie Van Heel, sorry.
Hi, my name is Angie Van Heel. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm a resident of Loveland for the past 24 years. Both of my children attended the Thompson School District. I'm here today to thank the district for its policies that protect LGBTQ students, especially those who are transgender, and to ensure that these policies remain in place. First, I'd like to explain why these policies are critical to the Thompson School District's commitment to providing a safe learning and work environment where all members of the school community are treated with dignity and respect. According to a 2023 Youth Risk Behavior Survey from the Center for Disease Control, about 3.3% of U.S. high school students identify as transgender, and an additional 2.2% report questioning their gender identity. Many transgender and questioning students face alarming challenges. Roughly 40% reported being bullied. 25% reported skipping school due to feeling unsafe. And 26% reported attempting suicide in the past year. Now, this is compared to only 5% of their cisgender male peers. These findings show that transgender youth consistently endure higher rates of violence, exclusion, and mental health struggles. Second, I'd like to emphasize the tremendous impact that supportive environments can have on the well-being of LGBTQ youth. According to the Trevor Project's 2024 national survey, LGBTQ young people who reported living in very accepting communities attempted suicide less than half the rate of those reported living in very unaccepting communities. A 2022 brief from the Society for Research in Child Development highlights that gender-affirming policies, such as non-discrimination protections, pronoun and name use, and inclusive spaces, are linked to improved mental health outcomes and academic performance. Transgender youth who socially transition and have support exhibit depression and anxiety levels similar to their cisgender peers. In addition, the presence of supportive adults like educators and counselors correlates with decreased absenteeism and improved school engagement among LGBTQ students. Together, these data point to simple but profound truth. When schools affirm transgender students through safe facilities, recognition of pronouns and names, affirming curricula, and caring adults, every student benefits. In closing, Thompson School District's policies regarding transgender and gender nonconforming students are extremely important in fostering safety, dignity, and opportunity for all Thompson School District students. So thank you for your leadership and for building a school community where every child can flourish academically, socially, and emotionally.
Jana Lewis.
Good evening, Madam President, Dr. Heller, and members of the board. My name is Jana Lewis. I am a classified employee in this district, and I am the proud president of TESPA. I am here to speak on behalf of the dedicated support staff who serve as the backbone in our school district. Our custodians, paraprofessionals, school secretaries, media and tech facilitators, bus drivers, and nutrition services staff all contribute tirelessly to the success of our students. As I discussed in May, we're not only employees, we're also your neighbors, community members, and parents. Our investment in our students' success and well-being for our district is very personal to us. We love our jobs and we're deeply dedicated to providing the best possible support for student education. Through my ongoing conversations with district leadership and with all of you, I've come to understand that you do value our professions of our classified staff and you want us to have a voice. As you consider TESPA becoming a bargaining agent for classified staff, please know we are united in our commitment to schools, the district, and the community. And we're simply asking for the opportunity to have a seat at the table to discuss our future. We are determined and a hardworking group, and we're ready for the conversation. I thank you for your time, all you do for our community and our kids and our students, and I wish you guys an amazing school year. Thank you.
Daniel Strader.
Hello, members of Board of Education. Thank you for your time and your attention this evening. My name is Daniel. I'm a paraprofessional in an elementary school in an affective needs program with Thompson. I see and support my students, your children, in their highest highs and their lowest lows. And for that reason, I truly love my career and the bond I build with my students. I have always worked with students with unique needs, and I find it incredibly rewarding, and I wouldn't want to do anything else. I am here as an educator and a member of TESPA, the Classified Staff Union, a local chapter of the Colorado Education Association. I have worked in education for over 11 years now. The majority of my career in education has been in substitute teaching in both licensed and classified positions across several districts. When I was ready to accept a full-time position, I intentionally chose Thompson School District as my district, even though I do not live in this district. The decision was primarily made because of the people in this district. The amazing educators, by which educators I mean classroom teachers, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, nutritional workers, custodians, secretaries, campus monitors, technology specialists, librarians, and many, many more who do daily critical work so that TSD can accomplish its mission to educate every child. I think TSD educators are some of the best in the state. They are caring, dedicated, highly qualified, and highly motivated by the success and achievement of their students and colleagues. I have seen firsthand how my colleagues are highly valued in their buildings by other staff, students, and parents. However, I have not seen that value given to classified staff by the school board, the superintendent, or by district admin. For far too long, classified staff voices have been left out of all decisions and discussions in Thompson School District. This summer, I had the honor of meeting and working closely with other unions in Colorado in new growth campaigns, leadership committees, and collaborative workshops. I have seen and heard how other districts' collaborations with unions have positively impacted staff and students. The CEA unions, from CEA unions aligning and advocating with student values, such as healthy school meals, increasing supports for English language learners, and LGBTQ plus visibility, inclusion, and advocacy. From CEA unions supporting classified staff with district issues and fighting for educator retention, and so much more. Last school year, more than 500 classified staff signed the petition to recognize TESPA as a bargaining agent. Please take the necessary steps now to recognize TESPA as the classified staff and show that they are valued and respected by the board, the district, and everyone else. Thank you very much.
Elizabeth Newton.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Newton. I'm a grandmother with 3 children in Thompson School District. I want to thank you to the board and Dr. Heller for the opportunity to speak in front of you today. And I would like to welcome Dr. Heller to TSD. I like what you've said so far. Second, I want to thank whoever added the 2025 bond, proposed bond link to the main page. Thank you for that. It's easy to find, and the information is needed by the community to understand what the needs are within TSD. It also shows all of the wonderful work that was done with the 2018 bond money. This transparency is what voters like me are looking for. You know, the bond and the mill levies initiatives contribute to student success and providing resources that enhance the learning environment and support educational programs. It's also been reported by the National Council on Teacher Quality that some studies suggest that the quality of school buildings, like inadequate temperature control, plays an important role in teachers' decision to leave the school, even more than pay. It's evident when I look at the history of TSD that is in serious need of financial help from the very people that it serves. In 2011, 2016, and 2024, efforts to support our schools failed. Thankfully, though, a bond was passed in 2018. However, after years of deferred needs, it has become even more costly to address these needs within TSD. But once again, we now see our own board member, Nancy Rumfold, sabotaging the 2025 bond, just as you did in 2011 and again in 2016 and in 2024. This is about actions, it's not personal. This is a pattern, and it's ugly. It's a pattern that's steepened in misinformation and attempted discredit of our district, and it has caused harm. Why? Why, Nancy, would you not want the voters to make the decision? It's not rational to think that the district can continue to focus on meeting skills and building maintenance without support. So what I'm asking from you is to inform the community of the needs of the bond so that it can be passed. And if you cannot do that, why not? Thank you.
Jen Sebesta? Am I saying that right? Jen Sebesta? Somebody here to talk about TESPA who hasn't yet spoke. It's the last person on the list. All right. Jen? Oh, no, we can't do that. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't reading it wrong. Okay, so I think we are done. Thank you.
And we have one call-in? Okay.
Hello, my name is Shauna Lemons, and I live in Johnstown. I am calling today as a concerned parent to express my worries about the growing class sizes in our schools. In particular, I'm at High Plains School, and as a mom of a first grader at High Plains, I am concerned that the student-to-teacher ratio of 31 students to 1 teacher makes it difficult to provide a level of attention and support that each of our children deserves. Large class sizes can impact not only academic progress, but also the social and emotional well-being of students. And with so many children in one room, teachers of all ability levels have less of an opportunity to differentiate instruction, manage behavior effectively, and build meaningful relationships with our students. This can be especially challenging for students who may need extra help or for those who thrive when they're more engaged. I urge the board to consider strategies for reducing class sizes, whether through hiring additional teachers or providing classroom aides. Our children's education and future success depend on an environment where they can receive the attention and support that they really need. Unfortunately, we're falling short at HPS, and we need a change sooner rather than later. Thank you for your time and your commitment to our students and our families of our community. My phone number is 719-322-3015. Thank you.
Okay, I believe this completes our public comment. And our next item will be our action consent items. And these items are items that we've had some discussion about at our study sessions or even possibly our retreat that we'd have. So there's a list of them. I'm going to read them, and then I'll ask the board members to, if they have anything that they want to move to a different area. But these are really things that we've had conversation around once already. So for tonight, I'll read the whole list, and then we'll vote as well. So 6.1 is the approval of personnel extra duty coaching recommendations. 6.2 is the approval of expenditures over $50,000. 6.3 is the approval of gifts and donations. And you're reading it, right, Nancy?
Oh, yeah, I am.
Not yet, but yeah, I was thinking it was you. 6.4 is the approval of the OCR Certified Athletic Trainer Agreement. 6.5 is the approval of the settlement in the matter of Johnson versus Thompson School District.
We pulled off.
Oh, it's going to be pulled off? It's been pulled off?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't get that message. And what will be now 6.5 is the approval of the proposed settlement in the matter of Roane and Thompson School District claims in Larimer County District Court, case number 2025CV30576. Might have helped if I'd had my glasses on. So that's the long list. Is there anything else besides the one that we approved? I didn't realize it had been fully pulled off.
I just will ask a couple clarifying, but I'm not pulling it.
Okay, on which one?
6.2.
Okay, we'll come to that. Would you read the donations, please?
Strive 2025 alignment. 4.2 assets are properly inventory, maintained, and used appropriately without waste. 4.3 provide transparency in use of resources. Purpose, school board policy states that gifts, donations over $1,000 need to be approved by the Board of Education. The following gift donations on their amount and purpose are a donation of a refrigerator valued at $1,300 for the staff lounge at Berthoud High School from Ferguson BAC Appliance / Clearance Center.
Okay. Thank you, Nancy. All right. We're going to look for the questions that people wanted to talk about. So Nancy, which one was it? 6.2?
6.2.
And 6.2 is the approval of expenditures over $50,000.
Right. It's regarding the question that I submitted to Bob Ebersole yesterday about the network and esports. I have your response, but it's still not clear to me. The expenditure is for $535,000. Is it coming out of the general fund on those particular budget lines that I put in my request? The line 2020 for 128, 130, 136? Because my question was that if that's true, how much of this is for esports? Because the 535 is like 87% of our internet budget, and I still don't know how much of it is for esports and how much it is for just overall district internet.
Board members, Kelly Sane, Chief Technology Officer, Dr. Heller. Nice to meet you. Yes, esports is a part of the overall internet budget. So you can add, it's about $22,000 for us to do esports. It's an additional line that we have to be able to provide that capacity. When you have something like esports, you need to make sure that you have a secure network because there's downloads and all kinds of different things that happen. So that's why it's in a different line, which is why the additional cost.
So is the 22,000 for the esports, are you saying it's included in this network bandwidth budget?
It's included in the overall
Okay.
network bandwidth,
Okay,
yes.
it's just, this is the first time I've seen a reference like this, so I just wanted to clarify what I was reading, so, thank
Yep,
you.
you bet.
Okay, anything else, Nancy? Okay. I'm going to ask for a motion to approve the items as we've made adjustments.
So moved.
Thank you.
I'll second.
And second, so it was Alexandra and Nancy. Are there any further discussions or questions about what we're voting on? Okay, Laura Lee, please call the roll.
Stu Boyd.
Aye.
Denise Chapman.
Aye.
Amy Doran.
Aye.
Don Kirk.
Aye.
Barbara Cruz.
Aye.
Alexander Lessem.
Aye.
Nancy Rumpfelt.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. So I'm just going to clarify this, the item that we pulled is not being added to the discussion action? Oh, it is? Okay, that's what I was thinking was going on. Okay, so I'm adding that at 7.2. Okay, 7.1 is the 2025-2026 Board of Education meeting calendar amendment. We needed to make an adjustment to our meeting date for our October study session, and we came up with doing it on the Monday, I believe, is what we have said. And so it's Monday, the
October 6th.
October 6th. And so it's moving from that Wednesday to the 6th. Is there any further discussion on that or any question about that at all? Okay, I'd take a motion for that, please.
So moved.
Thank you, Stu.
Actually, I do have a
Oh,
question.
you do, okay.
I'm looking at the attachment, and it still says the 2nd. Oh, is this a refresh issue? Because that happens.
It is the 6th. I put it in the memo, I believe, or I may have just pulled it forward, but it is the 6th. Sorry.
It's the 6th.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
I am. I just wanted to
Okay.
make sure that what everybody else sees when they reference
Okay.
back is.
Okay, we'll get it fixed.
Has the right one.
And I
That's good.
did check with Carrie Martin, and she can host.
She's good with it, too?
Mhm, she can
Okay.
host on the 6th.
Okay.
Thank you for confirming.
So I have a first from Stu.
And a second from me.
And a
with my
second from
question.
Don. All right, anybody have any other comments? All right, Laura Lee, please call the roll.
Stu Boyd.
Aye.
Denise Chapman.
Aye.
Amy Doran.
Aye.
Don Kirk.
Aye.
Barbara Cruz.
Aye.
Alexander Lessem.
Aye.
Nancy Rumpfelt.
Aye.
All right. Thank you. Our next item would be 7.2, which is what was listed as 6.5 on our agenda. So it will be the topic, I'm looking for that right here. It is too many pages. Here it is. The approval of the proposed settlement in the matter of Johnson versus Thompson School District R2 in the United States District Court. So I'm going to turn it over to Nancy.
Okay. So this settlement in regards to Joanna Johnson versus Thompson School District, I just would really like clarity again, and I keep asking, is that in June, at our June 18th meeting, we put forth on the consent agenda to approve $200,000 for a lawsuit settlement that did not exist and that was not final. So I would hope that we would learn from this that a settlement isn't final until we receive it from our attorney that says such, and we discuss it in executive session, which is what I asked us to do last time, was to postpone. So other lesson would be that maybe things that I say are not always incorrect. And I think it's also important to understand that we really need to figure out how to make the ADA compliance a priority, because every dollar that this district spends on legal for these lawsuits, for the FERPA violations, for the IEP violations, is a dollar taken away from the classroom, from the paraprofessionals, from the educators, and we need to start learning the lessons from these lawsuits, of which I know the board is not aware of most of them. This one we happen to be. This one should not have gone to this level of frustration for a community member, for a parent who pays taxes here, to have to sue to simply gain access to a school. There's just, especially since it's come to light that some of the work needing to be done is warranty work. So why didn't we just start the warranty work sooner versus making someone wait? The ADA is very important. I hear a lot about that we have to follow the law, and it is law that we comply with ADA if we're going to talk about accessibility and equity and quality of education and inclusion. Then we need to walk the talk on ADA compliance and everything else related to special education. So I'm glad that this is settled for the district and for the parent. I just would like us to take from this and learn some lessons so that we don't keep repeating this, because it takes money away from our why and from all of you out there that have spoke tonight. That's all I have to say.
Does anybody else have any comments?
I do. I think I just wanted to make sure that I understood, because as we talked about it in both June and then looking back in the emails that we received, what I walked away understanding was that that money was not paying a settlement. It was put towards some of the projects, and because it was work that could begin over the summer, it needed to be done in the time that it was done. And I'm seeing that, through both a mix of the meeting, my memory of the meeting, and then some of the emails that we received. And I just wanted to clarify that, because I think while there are some really good points around the priorities of making sure that our buildings are accessible and that our students are able to have their needs met, especially for students with IEPs and accessibility to the building, I do also want to make sure that I'm understanding how we spent that money, and that was mischaracterized from what I understood. And so if I am misunderstanding that, it'd be good to know that we spent more than I thought.
Madam President, could I please clarify that? If you pull up the agenda for June 18th, on the consent of the contracts over $50,000, it says quite clearly, Loveland High School ADA settlement.
Yes.
That is not for other projects. That it says for the settlement, which is a lawsuit. So.
Okay, but I guess maybe it would be helpful to get staff to clarify then.
Good evening, Madam President, Board of Education, Dr. Shaper. Whoa. You said just like, yeah. First one to do it. I was swirling this way, yeah. Dr. Heller, yeah.
Duly noted. Duly noted.
Yeah.
Was there a pool out there? I've been wondering when that might happen. I know it's crossed my mind.
I won though, so yeah. So to back up, the budget approved in June was a budget for the ADA repairs that were projected in the settlement. So it was correct. The settlement was not completed that time. We knew terms of the settlement. We projected out the cost because we knew summer was coming. Board doesn't meet in July to get this then on this process. So if that answers the question, we did budget. If the budget of these items does come over the board approved amount, we will come back to the board just like we do with other items. If it comes over that board approved amount, during the course of the corrections, we will come back to the board for approval.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else have questions? Stu?
I do. Nancy, I'm not sure if you were speaking from a text or if you were speaking extemporaneously, but I thought what I heard you say was that we don't know about other lawsuits that have been filed against the district in regard to ADA, but you do?
Period. No, at all.
Pardon me?
In regards to any lawsuit. Are you aware of any others?
Did you say that we don't know about other lawsuits, but you do?
No, I did not say that. I mean, there are probably other lawsuits we are not aware of.
Well, probably. So you don't actually know of any other
No.
lawsuits that we don't know about. Is that correct?
Yes, it is correct. I would say it's probably also correct that there are lawsuits that the board is not aware of.
Nancy, we're not going there.
Could I just end by saying, I think what you have provided us with then is an opinion rather than a fact. Thank you.
Okay, is there any other comment?
Yeah. Well, you almost did it too. Well, I might as well just change my name at this point.
No.
The only thing I will add is obviously I cannot speak to what happened in June, as I was still in Indiana in June. However, I do know that we have had some conversations as a team and with our law firm about making sure that all of that is very much cleaned up so that when we do have lawsuit situations and or settlements, that those are coming before the board in executive session, that you're getting those in a timely manner. Because I do agree that that is something that needs to occur for the school board so that they can make informed decisions about those situations. And I can only tell you that as of now, the only lawsuit that I'm aware of, you have also been made aware of since I have come on. And so we are going to do everything we can to make sure that we're fully transparent and work with the board to make sure that happens correctly moving forward.
I think we can say we need to learn from the lesson, is where we're at. Okay, I know because this was on, what was it on? What was the long list here?
The consent.
Our consent, yeah, action consent. And it was pulled to our discussion action. We need to have some action now. And so I need a motion regarding this.
So moved that we move this
State what you want it to be.
I would like to move that we vote to approve the proposed settlement in the matter of Johnson versus the Thompson School District R2J claims in United States District Court, Colorado, case number 24 CV 01267.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. So we have a first from Dawn, a second from Stu.
Can I
Yes.
make a comment?
Uh-huh.
So first of all, I want to make sure that when we approve this, there was a small change I talked about in our executive session, and so I want to make sure that the document that's actually signed is the one that reflects
right one.
that, I think is very important. Number two, I think to several points, Nancy's and others, I think this has been a important learning experience for all of us in many regards. I think it's unfortunate how things transpired, and I don't believe that anybody had ill will in this regard at all. But I think that there's a lot of learning and a lot of improvement for all of us in regards to accessibility and other issues. And so I know that we're doing the ADA, the audit that will uncover many more opportunities for us in this area. And I really hope that we can move forward as we're able with the funds that we have to really work on improving problems that have been problems for many, many, many years. And it needs to be done.
Yeah, thank you. All right, Laura Lee, please call the roll.
Stu Boyd.
Aye.
Denise Chapman.
Aye.
Amy Doran.
Aye.
Don Kirk.
Aye.
Barbara Cruz.
Aye.
Alexander Lessem.
Aye.
Nancy Rumpelt.
Aye.
Thank you. The motion carries. Thank you. All right, there are no discussion items tonight. We're still starting a new year, and we're working on the retreat, and we're building up those pieces. So we are going to adjourn this meeting. So the meeting is...
Can I make a request for information that's on our agenda? I would like to request the information for the proceeds from the sale of Monroe Elementary that we approved prior to the close being finalized, because I know that the sale price was changed. And at one point, Todd Piccone had conveyed that you would present to the board how that affected the proceed monies and how they were going to be allocated, since we're receiving less than what we originally approved that document for. So if you could do that, that would be great. Thank you.
Okay, we do have a written report, the PI Early Childhood Report that Amy referred to, as well as any of the reports that we did every month, our report is done through a document that's attached to the minutes. So you can always access that. It lists the committees that we participate in and additional things that we do. So that's really all there is for tonight. So the meeting is adjourned.